Right, well, here we are.
See, why haven't we got one of those?
Daffy said I've got to clean the lipstick off the lens.
Oh yes.
Because I suddenly thought you might be interested. Right, update on the Hobbits. Whose birthday is it, Sausage?
Mine. Rudge, look at the babies. Well, I just said, could you just stand closer so we don't have to bury you? The beach is in. Could you just take, Rudge, could you just take
And have I got room to do that and this?
I don't know.
Which way have I got to?
Well, where do you want to be? In the middle of the lens?
Well, if you leave a...
If you take a step forwards, I
No.
won't hit pause. A step.
That's it, that's all I'm doing.
Feeling sick just watching you.
Well, we're fine. Right, now then. Is there room for me to do me thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm recording all this shit.
You are? Good, you've gone the outtakes. Anyway, on a brighter note. Yeah, windmills. Pah! It's Friday. Welcome back to Rudge aka the Doctor. If you haven't already, do me a favour, hit the like, the share and the subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much for that. It's a massive, massive help to me. Well, I hope you all had a nice Easter break, and I know I did. So last week you'll have seen that the Hobbit has a new whip, Kylie. I haven't read through the comments yet to see what you think she should be called, but that's what the Hobbit's calling her. Kylie, well, we've had a couple of weeks or so now, and well, apart from me having to adjust the handbrake because somebody put new shoes and wheel cylinders on her, but they'd adjusted it on the cable, not at the back. That never works. So I de-adjusted the cable, as you'll see in the video, did the brakes. Apart from that, the back lights got a bad earth. I fixed that. Other than that, it flew through its test. We're going to get the cam belt done because it's due. Not by miles, but it hasn't been done for 5 years. Though the mileage, it's still got a fair bit to go. Out here, cam belts, yeah, the weather is pretty ferocious in the summer heat-wise, so I've suggested we get the cam belt done. It's not going to be expensive. I'll put that in another video. A friend of mine, Dionysus, has a garage, Suzuki garage. You might know it, on the island, and he's going to do it. So yeah, we've got quite fond of her. Let me show you around. Quite a spacious boot, or trunk if you're in America. The seats both fold flat, which means that Hobbit can get plenty of plants in, which is one of the reasons I suggested that she got it. The only thing that was missing was the extinguisher and the emergency pack. Out here, it's against the law to travel without the emergency pack, which is your first aid kit and a reflective jacket for all the occupants, and a triangle. So I had one of those. John used to chuck them out, so me and Rob took a few of them home, and I've got one there. So I said the Hobbit could use that until I get my vehicle. So yeah, alley wheels. Quite the car in its day. It's even got the MTV stereo fitted in there. Cassette player. Actually, I think it's a CD player, so yeah, we'll be able to play lots of Kylie Minogue tracks. So that's about it. The Hobbit's new whip at Hobbit Hall. You might recognise the foliage from the video I did when I announced me and the Hobbit were now dating, I think you'd call it. I don't know what you call it really at our age, but anyway. Right, doing this on the old camera because I suddenly thought you might be interested. Right, update on the Hobbit's car. Couldn't transfer it to her name, as you saw. She's been in touch with her lawyer, who is furious and says she'll sort it out on Monday, and the guy was wrong in the office. So there you go. That's grease for you. Anyway, good little car. Went and saw Jimmy Wednesday and the Wednesday house last night. Had a curry up there over the mountain there. It would have been an uncomfortable ride back in the cold, but we had the heater on. The Hobbit was almost asleep in the food coma. So I'm doing a few little jobs because the Kiteo, which is the MOT, runs out in May, and the handbrake's through the roof. I don't actually see anything else that it will fail on, really. I am going to whip it up to Dionysus just to make sure, the Suzuki garage. So I'm doing the handbrake at the moment. Anyway, this is Clio Lane. As you can see, typical Greek car, no paint left on it. I didn't realise that Renault back then galvanised their cars. I think the wings are plastic on this. Yeah, they are, yeah. So she'll probably paint flowers on it or something. Tyres are all in good shape. I'm not sure they're in date. I couldn't find a date on them in the hurry I was in. Anyway, the handbrake, yeah, they've adjusted it here, not at the drums. So I've had to undo all the brake cover. You'll see it down there. Robert's probably laughing at this. He used to love all this. I've de-adjusted the handbrake cable right off. And on this particular model, you have to take the whole drum assembly with the wheel bearing, the whole lot has to come off, which is good because it means you can check. The guy was right, actually. Rob said that it had new shoes and all the back end done, and they never adjusted it. He's right, they hadn't. It looks like it's had a new wheel cylinder on this side as well. So we're in good shape. So I'm going to get on and adjust it. You adjust them by a little ratchet on this arm here, little wheel that turns, and it's got a little clicker to stop it. So every time you pull the handbrake on, it's supposed to knock it up a notch if it needs it. They don't always work. You always end up doing them manually. So I'm going to adjust that, and hopefully that'll be that. Shouldn't have to do much else for the MOT, well, the Kiteo. So I'll crack on with that. So Staffy said I've got to clean the lipstick off the lens.
Oh yes.
He's a lad, isn't he? Anyway, yes, Stasis.
Hello, Kalispera.
He's my Greek teacher as well. He written on 5th grade, gold star. So, right here, as you can see, the adjuster's broken. So while Dionysus orders me one of them, if you can get me one, I've done an old hack that only us old school mechanics would know. Never throw your tyres away that come on boxes of stuff that you've ordered. They're very useful. There's nothing to stop that unwinding now I've adjusted it. Well, there is now, because I've wound that round it and round the end of the adjuster to stop that undoing. It might undo a little bit, but you won't lose the handbrake totally. So if it does come off there, it's so light that it'll just get mashed up and not do any harm, really.
And it will not do no damage to the hardened steel surfaces.
There you go, you see, another engineer. So I'm going to pop the hub back on, because you have to take the whole thing apart on a Renault Clio, the wheel bearing, the whole lot. So there you go. Pretty simple for me, but a lot of you probably don't know how that works. These work by when you pull the handbrake on, the shoes come apart. Now, if there's a bit of wear on the shoe, it will go back further than this adjuster wants it to, so that will click round one or two, adjusting the shoes. They never do work. We always have to do them manually in the garage, as Robert will tell you when he's here on holiday. So there you go. I'm going to put it back together, and we'll have one happy Hobbit.
Oh yeah, happy Hobbits with biscuits.
Do you think she'll drive it?
Oh yeah.
What did you think of the naan breads?
Lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely.
See, Wednesday house, we told you.
I need the recipe for them.
Whose birthday is it, Sausage?
Mine?
Are we going to go and see if you've got a present downstairs?
Well, lots.
The birthday fairy, see if it's been.
Lots of presents.
Lots of presents.
Yes, I saw one like that.
You saw one like what?
That.
Like that, was it? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, should we go and have a look?
Yeah.
Come on then. I was going to film me sorting this out, but of course she's, yeah, it is a bit like having a 4-year-old around, and she would have cottoned on. So maybe the next time I do something like this.
Oh, it's gone. Is it? Oh, I told you it was big. Can I just whip it off?
Yeah. Well, I'll take it off carefully.
Carefully?
Yeah.
So what did Patricia say? It's not square, but it's round.
Yeah.
It's not short, but it's tall.
Yeah.
It's not big, but it's small.
So she told you everything and nothing at all, really. The old bucket.
Ooh. Oh, flip. Oh my God. Look at that.
Ta-da!
No way. That's insane.
And
I love the catch on the back.
well, it was an old door from the village.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks like it's washed up. Well, you've
No, I
got
sanded it back, but it was treated with stuff. But
that's
and most of that
amazing.
wood you collected.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh wow. How did you get it all together?
And the tray was Staffis's input because it's not very level. And I said, I'll have to get a tray or something
Really?
so she can put her coffee cups on it. So he said, I've got something, and he brought that round. So
That's
that's from
amazing.
Staffis. So let's have a look for the viewers. It's quite a complicated piece, this.
How did you do all that to fit around the edges?
So that's
I
the
love
old door
that.
that I've repurposed. You can see where the hinges used to be. I thought it was important to leave some of its heritage. And that was a locker I found on the beach. This is Staffis's tray, so that when you put stuff on, you don't lose your teacup. It's a bit wobbly, but I thought that was part of its charm. And then I edged it off with bits of driftwood. And I don't think there's actually an angle where it looks bad.
No.
Staffis did pick me up on the fact it looked a bit like it was going to fall over, so I ended up adding a few bits.
It's
Because
fantastic.
Staffis is my foreman. So what do you think of that sausage?
I love it.
Because you haven't got a coffee table, have you?
No, but I was thinking it might go in the office with me.
Oh, well.
I might put a lamp on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's lovely. It's really lovely.
So that's a result. She's happy with that. She's had breakfast in bed, haven't you?
Baklava.
Baklava in bed and a coffee.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we're going to go and see if Mackies is about bar 7 in a bit, aren't we? You can have a cocktail then, can't you?
Yes, that's after you've made me bacon sandwich.
Oh, yeah, I'll go make a bacon sandwich first.
And I might get my insurance payout today.
Yeah.
That'd
She
be a
might get
nice
paid out
birthday
for
present.
the damage that was done in the storm, so that's good. So it's all sort of happening today.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Furniture for the house.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well.
I got you your first 2 bits.
Yeah.
Well, I can't afford to buy you very much, but I can afford the time to make things, so that's what I did.
I love it. I love the fact we collected it.
Mm.
Thank you. How are we going to... Oh, we can go in the car, can't it?
Yes, it can.
Is it heavy?
Right, well, today I'm going to try and fit a couple of throttle cables to the Black Pearl. Jackie brought a car, so I feel a bit more confident now taking the bike apart because you can't always get the bits when you need them. It's not like the UK. If you take the bike, the bits, find you need something else in order to put it back together, you just ring up and it's there. You can't do that here. So being as it's our only transport, I didn't want to mess that up. So I'm going to try and fit 2 new throttle cables. Now, if you remember, those of you who watch me regularly, must be nearly 2 years ago now when I first got the bike. Well, I've had nearly 3 now. The throttle cable broke and I had to ride back by pulling what was left of the cable. And I made a cable with a solderless nipple out of what was there and some cable a guy sold me in the town. It's been very good and there's no reason to change it really, except there's a bit of lash in it, which I could adjust out. But I got Jackie to bring me 2 new cables out from the UK and we're going to fit them. Yeah, you might say, I like your new bench, Rudge. Yeah, me and Staffis built this. These are actually cabinets out the back of a pickup truck, security cabinets to put your tools in. I was going to sell them, but I don't know whether anybody would be that interested there. It's not like the UK. I mean, in the UK, they're probably worth 150 quid second hand each. If somebody wants them and they live here, let me know. I might be interested in selling them and put some legs on it. But yeah, me and Staffis built this out of rubbish. It's an old steel table Staffis had that was going rusty in his garden. I cleaned that up. That's where I weld sculptures and bits and pieces. But I wanted this for doing woodwork. And as you can see, now we've got the car, I've been collecting driftwood, so I can make some driftwood pieces. I've got some stuff there to make some signage for Hobbit Hall. She wants the different rooms named, so I thought it'd be a bit of fun. I'll have a go at that. So yeah, I've got my pillar drill there. I've got my 15-ton pipe bender, bench grinder, MIG welders under there. I've got the other welder in the tool shed here, as we call it. That's where I keep all the important stuff. All my roll cabs and things are in there. So this side really is where I set out stuff to do the bike. It's just somewhere to place things. And of course I've got the lift. The bike's looking a bit dirty because if you watched the previous video, we went off-roading on it. And I'm going to wash it when I finish working on it. We did wash it off with a hose, but this mud stains quite badly. So I'm going to do the cables, see if I get a chance to do the wheel bearing today as well. And then I'll give it a wash and a polish. So let's crack on, shall we? First thing I've got to do is take the tank off. You access the bolt for that from under the seat, which I've already undone. There's one bolt there. You lift it, slide it back like a conventional bike. There's a fuel pump and everything involved in this one. And of course, there's no way of draining the petrol off till you got the tank almost out of the way. Ridiculous idea. I have been known to pour about a gallon of fuel everywhere, and in this country that's not a good idea. So I'm going to disconnect the battery, take the tank off, and then we can take the throttle out the way here and start disassembling. As you can hear, my arch nemesis Foghorn Leghorn is still in the street. Drives me mad, wakes me up every morning at sort of stupid hours and never stops actually. Goes on through the night. And because Makis has several cockles at the moment, sleeping can be difficult. Anyway, let's get the tank off. Right, so yeah, see, that's what I mean. You try sleeping with that, it's right next to my bedroom. Anyway, that allows me access now to where the cable comes in there. And like I say, I'm going to have to undo this. So that's the next step, get that off the bars. If Foghorn Leghorn will let me. One, we're wearing 2 pairs of glasses. Well, I usually wear contact lenses. It just so happens that my reading glasses and my distance glasses are the same magnification. So I just buy glasses for distance. And when I've got my contacts in, I wear them for doing jobs like this. But of course today, I'm not wearing my contacts. So I'm having to wear 2 pairs of glasses at 150 magnification so I can see what I'm doing. Anyway, it's simple enough to get this off. It's 2 screws which clamp the thing together, and we should be able to get to the cable. There's only 1 cable involved at the moment, as I said. There you go. And there's your cable. Right, I don't know how well this is picking it up, but I've turned the tank sideways on the frame just to get it out of the way so I don't have to disconnect everything. Those are the frame tubes. There's your handlebars. Down in there, just behind here, that's the throttle cable there. There's an Allen key which holds the cables in place with a little bracket. So I've got to undo that Allen key. See if I can get you a better view of that. There you go, on the other side of the bike. There's Foghorn Leghorn again. It goes all day and all night. That one there where my finger's pointing, there's an Allen key. You can see the cable. There'll be 2 cables when I've finished. You just undo the Allen key, take that little retaining bracket off, and that allows you access to where the cable goes into the pulley that actuates the throttle body. So I'll get that off now. Right, so there's your cable, or cables. This end goes to the throttle body, and that end goes to the twist grip. So I'm going to feed it through while the other cable's in place, so I don't lose the cable run, because the cable run works okay. I'm not going to alter it. So I'm going to follow it. It's just here. Push it through, and then I can take the old one out. What I've actually ended up doing is cable tying the original cable to the pushing the original cable out. It's right there now. I've ended up cable tying, having pushed this cable almost out of where it was, the new cables to this one, and then pulled it through because it was a bit restrictive trying to get it through the fairing, but there we are, it's there now. Now for those of you who've never seen one of these before, this is a solderless nipple. See the hole in it there? That's where the cable goes through, and there's a little grub screw. So when you put, try and get that in focus for you. So when you put the cable through that way, you do that screw up, and it tightens it onto the cable, thus giving you a nipple that will sit in the throttle body and pull the cable backwards and forwards. Let me just show you what they look like when they're soldered. That's a soldered one. So so for those of you who are not mechanically minded, let me just find the old nipple again. So yeah, there's one and there's the other. And the difference is that this one is soldered on, and this one, as I've shown you, you slide it onto the cable, do that screw up, and it holds it onto the cable, so you can move it wherever you want it, really. That is now going in the toolbox on the bike with an old cable, so if this ever happens again, I can do it on the side of the road if I need to. Very fiddly trying to get in there, but nevertheless. Another little tip, so I don't lose it, because as you can see it's quite small, I've stuck it into some blue tack, and I'm going to put it in a bag and then put it in my toolkit so I know where it is. Right, well, here we are. New tarmac, you're saying to yourselves. Yes. That's because we're on the new bridge, and shouldn't really have parked where I'm parked, but we're out the way. So, oh, I better turn the Igniziano off. Hobbit sat there, look, looking like Greta Garbo.
With a wonky knee.
With a wonky knee. See, now she's getting on in years, things are starting to deteriorate. She's hurt her knee now, can't get on off the bike. I don't know how we're going to get her back on the bike, to be honest. But never mind. Anyway, this is our new bridge. So, those of you who are coming out on holiday, look at that, eh? Now, Tom and Victoria, our historian and makeup girl, I reckon, like I said in the previous video, if you handbrake and do the Scandinavian flick before that bend, you'll be able to drift all the way around here and all the way along there. Yeah, look how blue that is down there. It's a splendid day, and Hobbit goes back to the UK Tuesday, I think. So I thought I'd bring her out for a bit of a ride. We were going to have a walk, but of course we haven't got a walking frame, so
Cut it out.
So I think we might miss the walk out. Just find a beach for you guys. I'm road testing the Black Pearl because, as you know, we've done a lot of work to that the last week or so. Now look, see what she's doing there. Hobbits are funny things. She can only just about get
It's
over
a bit
that.
close.
Yeah, you be careful.
That's incredible, isn't it? Go film it down here.
Hmm. Getting instructions now. She thinks she's the director.
Have you seen the
Yes, sausage.
where the water will run? We should
Yeah.
come here when it's stormy and then film all of the water coming down there.
When it's stormy.
Wow.
Mm.
It'd be pretty scary.
Yeah, well, maybe on another video I'll come up here and clamber down there and film it for you. But today we have things we've got to do. Sorry about the wind again. The Hobbit had a curry last night. That's what's happened there. Then have a quick look over here. I'm still not sure why they dug all that out quite as vigorously as they did. There's a lot of people saying that they shouldn't have demolished that. And I'm one of them. I mean, history, bad or good, really. I think it would have been better left there. Anyway, let's crack on. And
It's working again.
Hmm?
My knee, it's
your
working.
knee's okay again, is it?
It just seizes up.
Yeah, sausage.
Ooh, that's going to run like crazy, isn't it, when it goes?
Yes.
It'd be
Quite
like a
crazy.
It'd be like a waterfall, like that waterfall we were going to walk to today, and you chickened out.
Chicken down. No, I just didn't want to go.
It's going to be really nice. It's a waterfall in Sammy, a 30-foot drop.
Leave in the comments if you've been there. I know a lot of you have, and there was nothing there.
Well, that'll run like a waterfall, won't it, will
Yeah. Should we? Are we in a position where we might be able to think about making the move now?
I might try and get on from the other side.
Okay. Try and get on the other side. Boom, boom.
You better hold it steady.
Yes, well, I do that, don't I? Sausage? If you don't, then you know
The motorbike.
injuries might take place. Oh, look at this!
that! See, why haven't we got one of those?
Well-
Music, a backrest. I don't have to do all that wobbling from side to side. Nice cosy armrests.
Do I look like the sort of person that would ride one of those?
It looked like
They're the
fun.
worst of all weathers. You can't overtake anything because you've got wheels sticking out each side and you get wet when it rains.
It's got stabilisers. You might need them as you're getting older.
You might be alright with one.
Oh, I can have one.
But I've been riding since I was 10 years old and it's two wheels or naught else.
I like the
Although
way you...
saying that, a good friend of mine who might be watching this actually, Blackie, who lives in the Midlands, used to be really well known for building really nice looking trikes. They were like a Formula One car with a wheel missing. And I happened to ride one of his creations. Great fun. But no, trikes aren't for me. I prefer my motorbikes.
babies. Film them, it's far more interesting than me.
Baby goats. Well, all I can say is it's a good job the bucket's not with us, isn't it, Sausage?
Well, they'd have run away, wouldn't they?
They would, yeah. They see the bucket coming a mile away.
And
So, I know two people that will be very happy about this decision we've made. We were going to go over Auntie Samos way. We were late in the afternoon, and if you look at the mountain, the reason I came this side of the island was because pretty grey up the mountain. So we're going to go down to, you've guessed it, the little township of Asos, the settlement. Now, the Hobbit wants me to walk up to the castle. I'm not sure about that. Yeah. See, there's some strange things. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. And I can confirm that all the work I did to Nikki is a massive success. She's a completely different bike to ride now. I've just got to get used to the clutches being so light. I'm actually wondering whether that modification that you probably saw in an earlier video, it might be in this one, I don't know, that modification they've done to the clutch. Let me show you just in case we don't put it in this video. Those of you who ride bikes, as you can see, they've made this arm longer and they've kept the cable there. So the cable was trying to cut itself in half. Anyway, I've made a bracket now so that the cable runs in line. I'm wondering whether they did that because the clutch being so light now, very easy to get it on the back wheel. Not that I condone that sort of procedures. It's not what motorbikes are for. Anyway, meanwhile, Hobbit's quite happy filming the goats.
oh, it saw you and jumped.
What was that, Sausage?
I said, aren't they sweet?
Then what did you say?
I said, you look quite sweet too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, if you took that camera away, I could get a picture of your face, couldn't I?
Okay, yeah. So there you go, the new whip. If you've enjoyed this particular video, go on my site, or the channel as it's known, hit videos on the top bar and you can see loads of them there. There's all sorts of stuff on. There's a few that are only a few minutes long from when I didn't have an editing suite. Some of you might prefer that. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you haven't already, as I said at the top of the video, hit the like, hit the share and hit the subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much. That's a massive, massive help to me. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm off to give the whip a bit of a wash because the Hobbit's not here at the moment. And I'm going to put some petrol in it, check the oil for her because she'll never do that, will she? Anyway, catch you guys next week. Thanks for watching.